Thank you for joining. Today we'll make a pizza. We start out with 2.5 cups of flour in a bowl of a food processor. We will need a few more ingredients like instant yeast, vegetable oil, sugar, and salt. So the first step is to heat the water to about 110 degrees Fahrenheit for the yeast to be activated. So I took a cup of water and put it in the microwave and heated it on high for 40 seconds. That brought it up to about 110 degrees Fahrenheit. We will then add about 1.5 tablespoons of yeast and let it bloom for a few minutes. The yeast that we use is instant yeast. In freezer, this yeast can last a year. It is much cheaper to buy 16 ounces of yeast from Amazon than individual packets. So we will add sugar and salt to the flour in the bowl, and then we'll add some oil. Once this is incorporated, we start to add our water, which has the yeast in it. What we want ultimately is a dough that does not stick to the hands but is still slightly wet. Yeast likes hydration. Now this dough at this stage is sticking, so we'll add a little flour. I added 1.5 tablespoons of flour. So now the dough is separated from the bowl and is no longer sticking to the hands. So this is about the right way the dough should look. We will place this in a well-oiled bowl for proofing. So after a couple of hours, we have doubled in size and we'll roll it out. We don't need any more flour here. We had a well-oiled bowl and the flour will not stick to the board. Once rolled, we can lift it and move it to the pizza pan. The gluten is strong enough that it will not tear. At this stage, you can proof it for another 20 minutes or continue with the pizza like I did. You'll notice that the tomato sauce is thick with very little water. In the recipe, I will explain to you how I made this. Now, this is very important. You don't want to wet the dough. Once we have the tomato sauce, you can add the toppings. In this case, we have red onions, red bell pepper, sliced mushrooms. Next, we add about half a pound of mozzarella. We are ready for the oven, so we put it in a 450 degrees oven for 16 minutes. It looks done and it should slide right out of the pan. There you have it. Thanks for joining. Eat safe, be safe. We'll see you soon.